on steroid. You can go beyond new ideas and tools that you can utilize in your strategies and bake in into your services, and general Q&A session and a poll for the next event. Okay, the first piece of update that has been going around in the industry for the past couple of months, you might have heard about it or read about it. There's this huge update from Google that they implemented during the holiday. They started in last quarter of 2023. And I don't think the update has completely stopped yet. It's what's the helpful content update to weed out uh, unhelpful content from search, basically content that was primarily created with keeping search in mind to rank for keywords rather than keeping the users in mind. Uh, there is a uh, there is a rumor that more updates are on the way because we've all seen how some of these forums like Reddit and Quora are basically ranking for everything. Okay, there was this recent update where Google had a data partnership, announced a data partnership with Reddit, and some of the experts are stating that that could be the reason why uh, Reddit is so popular nowadays in search results for random queries. Okay, so the easiest way to figure out if this HCU or helpful content update has impacted your website negatively is just by going through Google Search Console tool and figuring out if there has been a sudden and drastic drop. If you see a 10 to 20% drop or 30% drop, I don't think it would be because of helpful content update. Helpful content updates are usually uh, much more drastic. I've seen websites with a million plus monthly traffic dropping to nearly zero within a matter of days. Okay. And if you have been impacted, we have a nice little article that we can share. What are the steps you can take to recover from it? But you have to be patient. It's not going to be an overnight affair if you have been impacted. So we will send it out, take a look at it. If you have questions, just reach out to us. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, primarily around content, weeding out, pruning bad content, improving your UI, getting rid of ad banners and paid articles that you might have on your websites. Okay. It is impacting a lot of websites that I've seen in the industry till date. And I'm sure Google are implementing changes that could potentially allow some of the uh, better content creators to show up again on search results. Second update that we recently came across was by Joy Hawkins of Sterling Sky. There was the recent study that she shared for local businesses. She did a case study, couple of case studies, in fact, for a couple of our local clients, where it was noted that displaying pricing pages on the client's website has positively impacted their traffic as well as click-through rate, uh, which is kind of tells us that because pricing pages are fairly impactful, especially in local segment when people are fairly price conscious and want to know what they are paying for or how much they are paying for before they even reach out and fill out your form. So it would be a nice idea for all local businesses to have their pricing displayed, or at least a ballpark figure displayed on their website, so potential customers get to know what they're getting into. Okay. Uh, be truthful upfront rather than hiding behind and quoting a lump sum figure at the end of the conversation. It's not a good practice. Okay. So if you have customers, if you're talking to customers who are trying to figure out if they should be uh, displaying their pricing on the website, I ask experiment with it, try it out, make sure you display it prominently, create a separate page, also mark it up with schema so that Google can read the information properly, and see if there's an impact on your click-through rate as well as conversion from your website. Third update that I saw recently about Google was, uh, let me share my screen. Oh, actually, there's a screenshot of it on the right here. Google used to display a review impression count or view count on the review pane of their Google Business Profile listings. That seems to have stopped updating. Historical information or numbers are still showing up, but new views are not being counted. There are rumors that Google is coming up with a new update to counter fake reviews and visibility of fake reviews. And some are stating that this could potentially because of that. Okay, we'll keep a watch and see how it impacts users, customers alike. Some more updates. There was a recent rollout plan announced by Google where they are stating that there will be stricter verification process for local services ads. Currently, almost any business, if they are approved by Google for certain categories, can opt and apply for local services ads and pay Google to show their ads on the local services pane. But Google is going to roll out new verification option, and this will be done in phases. They have not yet announced when this is going to happen. There's no strict guideline, but this is definitely going to happen in phases across different states. We'll let you know if we find out more. Uh, there was another update that we came across that had a negative impact on a lot of small businesses over the past few weeks. Google removed the option of free business sites that could be generated using your Google Business Profile information directly from the Google Business Profile dashboard. I know there are providers who have launched specific services around it. And if you ask me personally, what service should I use to create a free site? If you're good at WordPress, just explore the WordPress option. But if you do not have a developer handy or do not have the background, I would say take a look at something like Wix. I believe Wix still does have a free plan that you can use to easily create a single page or website for your customers or for yourself. Okay, Wix has come a long way in terms of SEO over the past few years, and they've done a lot of improvements due to which there's no reason why you cannot be successful using a website from their platform. Okay. Last but not the least, about a week ago, we noticed the more places and link when you on the local search panel went missing. So when you go into Google search and search for a typical dentist near me or a service within a city, and you see the 3-pack search results as shown in the screenshot over here, the more places option, which is very prominently displayed, went missing. And that was a cause for concern because there was a recent study. Hold on a sec, there's somebody new. There was a recent study made by Near Media where it was noted that for certain categories, uh, up to 48% of users, when they search something on Google and looking for local businesses or looking for a product or service locally, up to 48%, depending on the category, click on more places option and go to the local finder or a map locator to find the businesses and see other options. Okay, you can read more about it on a newsletter, or if you can go to the Near Media website. Uh, we will provide the link to you as part of the presentation after later today. Okay, helpful tools. Okay, tips of the week. For this, I have to take you through the sign up dashboard, or we can do it here right away. I've seen a ton of businesses, ton of agencies, ton of larger brands using our platform effectively for the first few months, not using a lot of features that are available to them. Okay. One of the most prominent feature that you can make use of and that report back to your stakeholders or to your clients or to your customers is rank tracking option. Let me stop sharing this. Let's go to our dashboard and see how you can utilize it. Okay. Say, for example, you're in the restaurant business and you have a client. This is a this is the customer on the live dashboard. All you need to do to add ranking, enable keyword ranking on your website is basically go to analytics, go to ranking analytics, and just start adding keywords. I would recommend, okay, they're in New York, so analytics. New York. Just hit the tab key after it so that you can add more. And if you want, you can even add zip codes and see if people are searching by zip codes. Whatever relevant keywords you find, just add them over here, submit them. Keyword data updates on a weekly basis. We help you track your ranking on both Google organic search and in local finder. Wait for a week because the data updates on a weekly basis. That forms the baseline when you onboard a business on Synup. Create that report, do improvements, and then show your work to the client. The proof is in the pudding. So if you're not tracking your keywords now, you wouldn't know if they have seen any significant improvement. There could be changes in profile information. There could be changes uptick in the traffic, but it it won't be easy for you to correlate that with the content that you're creating or the post that you're doing with the client or the image optimization work that you're doing for the client. So please utilize this feature. It's very helpful. I personally use it for every client I work directly with. Create a baseline report and then do any other activities. Okay. And now, once you have added your keywords, what can I do to improve them? There are a few other things that Google allows you to do, and some of the things that you can do by using sign up. For example, same restaurant, right? Uh, This is your smokehouse, is 672 19th Avenue, New York. Uh, Go to your premium listings, edit the business. And if you're a service company, start adding services. Services can rank, help you rank better on Google. It can give your business more visibility, and it will get you in front of potential customers who are trying to find the service that they're looking for. You get a lot of qualified leads. Okay. There's one way of doing it. There's another way of doing it by going to Google, go to your Google business account. For example, this is a good friend of ours that we work with all the time. Go to the edit services section of Google My Business. Based on your category, you will see options where you can select from existing services, or you can edit this information, select the appropriate services, or you can simply just add custom services manually. Custom services is something that you can even use, that you can add even with while using Synup platform. You can add them for a single location business, or if you have a chain of like 50 stores or 100 or 1,000 stores, you can easily add them without having to go into Google My Business account one by one. So if you have problems adding them and you want us to do the work, just send over the services to our support team or to your CSM, and they will get them added for you. There's an additional item that you can try doing that I've been testing out a lot. That is the product section. This is something that you can do on your own. Get a nice little product. Depending on your category, don't spam this with every product that you have. Take your top selling product or the most profitable product that you have. Get an image, add a product name, select it as a new category. You do not necessarily need to add the price or product description. Just the product name and category will be enough, along with a decent photo. I usually try and avoid using stock photos because Google is very good at adept at being able to see if they're a stock photo or not. If you're using them too much, there are chances that they might reject your submission. Uh, Product and services that are newly added do not go live immediately. They all go through a editorial process through Google. But I have seen customers and businesses that are benefiting immensely after adding products and services to their GBP profiles. I'm not going to save this. I'm just going to cancel and log out of it. Okay. There was another feature that we rolled out recently. We completed a lot of integrations. Right now, we like integrate with, I think, about 100 plus CRM and point of sales software, where you can actually put your review solicitation campaign on steroids using Synup. Okay. So where can you find this on your website, right? On your Synup dashboard. Just log into your Synup dashboard, go to reviews, go to review acquisition. Okay. This is your typical review acquisition. Traditionally, what you would do is you go to acquire new reviews. You select the method that you want to use to collect reviews with. Either you select an SMS or email campaign where we create an SMS and email campaign, upload a spreadsheet manually add the information one by one and start sending out review requests. Or you create a review page via static URL, basically something that you can plug into your website or your email signature, or maybe create a QR code and plug it in on a stand in front of the store, or in your newsletter, or on your vouchers or brochures, etc. Now, instead of working on this manually, what you can simply do is click on the Connect CRM or app button over here. Okay. For example, say you're connecting with your Spot CRM. Location is this. Yes. Select the email tool or sales CRM or the accounting software that you're using at present, where you keep most of your customer information on. We primarily need the email address, phone number, and the name of the customer. You connect it with the CRM. It's just going to take a few seconds. Then log into your HubSpot account, sync it, and define uh, going forward how you want it to run. You can primarily automate that entire process by uh, filtering in the content that you want, the new customers that you generate or add to your CRM, and literally automate your entire review acquisition process within a few minutes. In fact, you can even set it up in a way so that anytime you add new customers to your CRM or a POS tool or your accounting software, etc., Synup can automatically extract the information, your new customer information, and send out an email or an SMS uh, at the end of the transaction to your customers, that we don't need to log in manually every time. I think the team is also working with Google at this point to create an option through which you can feed in the information via Google Sheet every time you want to run a review solicitation campaign. You share the sheet, you connect it, and Synup will automatically pull the information and send out review solicitation requests. Okay. Again, if you have questions, just feel free to reach out to any of us, and we'll be happy to get you started. So, helpful tools of the week. There were a few tools that we have been playing around this week with. One of my I hate creating presentations. Uh, Most of the presentation that you see today has been created by my colleague Akshita. So kudos to her, but I still don't like creating presentation. It's time consuming. I can't get the design right. And if you're as lazy as me, there is something in the offing for you. Use something like Gamma app. I believe they have a free option as well. You can simply select a template based on your brand guidelines, feed it the content, and create a template, a proper presentation within a matter of minutes. Okay. Some of the templates are fairly nice but simple. You can even, I believe, with the paid program, you can even add custom images and style guides as per your requirement. The second tool that we play around with a lot for several months now, it came up when we were trying to scrape. So if you go to Google and search for anything, for example, review management process. So you have this typical section where people also ask section where people ask a lot of relevant question, and they link to relevant websites that has the most appropriate answer. So there was a time when we were trying to scrape this information of Google, and we weren't able to do that successfully. It was very time consuming, training the scrapers, modifying them for the prompts. So we went about looking for a tool that was useful and that can do this at scale. So that's when we found something called also ask.com. It's a great tool, primarily for content creation. Say, for example, I'm optimizing content for a website, right? Or I'm looking for topics to write about for a customer. I'm running out of ideas. Okay, say customer is a medical equipment supplier. Let's see. Just put in your keywords. Uh, I think they provide you 3 free searches every day. And once you do this, you'll come up with a list of questions associated with your target keywords and phrase, letting you know what are the questions people are asking on Google about around that topic. Okay. Now you can go deep. This is a standard search depth. You can basically click on secondary question. It uses up credit every time you click and go deeper. So you might need a paid account, but it's quite simple. So you can find out the questions they are asking, make a list of them. You can even download the results in a CSV format with a paid account. Or if you're just taking a cursory glance, you can just note down some of the important questions people are asking and devise your content plan around it. Okay. This way you'll never run out of things to write about. Okay. So that's my second favorite tool this week. And the third favorite tool that has been a favorite for past few years, I would say, is GMB Everywhere. Use it a lot for looking for a sale. Someone give me a live business name that we should look at. A local business in the US. Anyone? No? Okay, let me find one. Thanks, Brian. DJ Brian, US. Got it. Go to your website. Music for all occasions. DJ Brian. Let's see how this looks out. DJ Brian, I believe found the right listing. This is the one. Okay, let's take a look at Brian's Google profile. You've done great job with the reviews, Brian. 5-star rating with 43. But what can we do? So primarily, I have this Chrome plugin from GMB Everywhere, as you can see on my browser window. So it will let you know the primary category that is starred, DJ service. Good job there. I'm not too sure why would you list your business under wedding services until unless you're specifically targeting people who are looking for wedding services. Suppose if I look at Livingston, Maine, magical DJ production. Okay, great. So here are some ideas, Brian. Okay. So these are some of your competitors in the region who are trying to rank for wedding services. Look at there's another magical DJ productions. And you also show up. But using this tool, what I can figure out, there are other categories that you can potentially target, right? These are subcategories that you can add to your Google My Business profile, like children's party service, your entertainer, service establishment, wedding planner, wedding service, and others. So use that tool. Used. I think the free version should be good enough for you. Just go and find some of our competitors, see what they are optimizing their Google My Business for. Okay. Once you add those services in your Google My Business subcategories, what you can do is use those same categories and create additional pages on your website, and maybe write some helpful content, and maybe put up some pricing information as well, how you can entertain them. And wedding DJ gigs are high paying and common. That's great. So maybe there are additional categories that you can include and show up on search results for. Since you have really good reputation in that segment, I think you should give it a shot and use those additional categories, as I mentioned, to create additional content for your website and rank for them. Okay. There are other things that you can do with the paid versions of the GB Everywhere tool. So give it a shot. Reach out to us if you have questions or if you need help. Okay. You hear the thought. If you find there are additional categories that some of your competitors are using are useful for you, you can use those categories on your website, as I mentioned. But if you want to figure out what to write about, plug those categories or those keywords into the also asked tool and see what questions people are asking about, and then answer those via content on your website. I'm sure it is going to help you rank better and show up in search results in the locality, and help you improve your business. Okay, that's all from me as far the presentation goes. I'm open to questions if you guys have any questions. No one? Okay, then this was simple enough. Every participant will get a follow-up email with the deck and the information where you can see the recording. Akshita will also be sending out a short poll to find out what you want us to talk about during the next event, and that way we can make it a little more interactive than it was today. And see you all next week. Thanks so much. Have a lovely day and the rest of the week.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Have a good day.
Thank you.